recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios Brisbane on 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
With 10 years experience and over 500 episodes,
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture.
Want to reach out? Message us on Facebook at ZED Games AU.
You're listening to Zed Games. My name is Hazel, and I'm here in the studio with
Maylee
and
Peter.
How are you both?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty damn good this week.
You've been playing any games?
I have.
I definitely have.
Tell me about them.
Maylee?
I won't go too
No spoilers,
much because
but, you know.
if I start, I won't stop. But I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. And for those of you listening, you can't see the light in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the light in your eyes.
She's glowing.
Yep.
Like literally.
I love this.
Arcane powers just surging
This
through
game.
People are obsessed with this game.
them. Yes.
What was it? 800,000 concurrent players on Steam?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I get
At least
it.
at one point there was. It's probably grown since then.
Yeah. What about you, Peter? What have you been playing?
I have been playing the Parlia beta, the closed beta that's been going on sort of audio.
Exclusive.
Yes, a nice cozy little game about playing with friends and MMO and building relationships and stuff. And yeah, really, really good so far.
That's cool.
So,
It must be weird to play a game about building relationships that's in closed beta.
yes, but they have said they aren't going to wipe it again. So all the relationships that you do build shouldn't be reset to 0 again.
That's cool.
Good.
And I really hope not, because the final quest that I have at the moment is build 1 to level 4. That's going to take like 3 weeks.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah. It takes a while.
Okay. Well.
It's definitely not a quick game. When you build your house for the first time, it takes 8 hours of real life
Oh,
time.
wow.
What?
Yes, it takes 8 days of in-game time, and every day in-game is 1 hour. So
Huh?
it's very much mobile sort of mechanics in regards to timing and things. If you want to refine a copper bar, that will take you 7 minutes, which is about a quarter of a day.
Is there like you can pay to speed it up?
No, there is no
Good. That's good at
pay-to-win
least.
functionality.
That's good at
Everything that
least.
you see within the game is free for the most part, apart from some
What do you-
cosmetics for the characters.
What do you do when you're waiting? Is there anything?
There is lots to do within the game. So
Okay.
they're not particularly deep mechanics, but there's hunting, there's gardening, which is your farming, there is foraging, there's mining.
Is there crafting?
There's crafting, which is even more crafting, but all of the crafting takes time. You can do cooking, which is
Right,
a really good
okay.
fun minigame, but
So you're basically like queuing up all of these things.
yes.
And like. Okay,
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's very like an idle game, but the kind of idle game that you don't have to put down.
No. All of the mechanics in regards to the actual collection of resources and things are really fun, interesting little mini games. They're not particularly complex, but they're fun to do over and over. Like, my favorite mechanic is to do the cooking in your house, and you've got different kind of setup stations. You've got like a prep station, and then like a oven or a countertop, things like that. If you work with other people, they can be at the other prep stations doing the mini games for you, and then you're just at the stove stirring while they're doing it.
Huh.
And the better you do together and the quicker you get it out by completing the little mini games, the better everybody reward gets. So everybody gets a reward for doing it.
Huh. Okay.
So it works better if you do it with other people. You can do it by yourself, so you can go from station to station, or you can just have 4 friends on your one farming plot all cooking a meal together.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is teamwork makes the dream work?
Yes,
Teamwork
you actually
makes
get
the dream
bonus experience and resources from actually being competent and working together
Hell
with
yeah.
other people.
The Baldur's Gate hype is very
Yes.
interesting to me because there hasn't been a Baldur's Gate game in many a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And now there's a new one, and people who've never played the old ones are like crazy about it.
Yeah.
I've never
And
played
it's
the
like-
old ones, and I'm crazy about it.
I never played the original Baldur's Gate series. I played the Dark Alliance ones, which was the
Dark
more
Alliance, yeah.
action-orientated
They
ones.
actually did a HD remaster of Dark
Yeah.
Alliance last year, I
I think it was
believe.
about 2 years ago from memory.
It was not very long ago. I remember
it?
it coming out.
Okay.
I played some music from it on the radio.
Oh, nice.
And I guess it must have been to build hype for Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm.
Like,
Oh, definitely, just to see if
Yeah.
there was some interest in it still, that's for sure.
I played a lot of Neverwinter Nights as a
Yep.
kid.
That game is still going.
Oh yeah.
There's been
you
so
can't
many.
kill Neverwinter Nights. Like, there's a whole,
Modding scene and updates, online communities.
half of the magic of Neverwinter Nights was that the engine would let you basically do anything in like the custom creation stuff, and you could come up with whole like role-playing servers and yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts.
I'm looking forward to that sort of stuff eventually with Baldur's Gate 3 as well. They've definitely built it into it.
Have they?
I've seen a lot of modding already.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm glad.
So you're listening to Zed Games, is that it?
You're listening to Zed Games.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games.
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 Perfect. Thank you.
You're listening to Zed Games. My name is Hazel. I'm here in the studio with Maylee and Peter, and it is time for us to hear the week in gaming news as delivered by our dear friend Cameron.
I'm not ready.
Hold on to your overpriced gaming chairs, folks, because this week's news is coming in hot. Gotta catch 'em all again! Nintendo announced a bunch of Pokemon-related stuff the other night, including more details about their upcoming The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, which is the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Switch. More importantly, though, they brought Pokemon Trading Card Game and Pokemon Stadium 2 to Nintendo Switch Online! Yes! Now you can relive your childhood with these classic games on your gigantic television that was not designed for this kind of stuff. Hooray! Well, there's really no beating that for importance, so I guess that's the end of the news.
No, you still got 2 minutes to fill.
Fine. Okay, I guess other stuff had happened this week, such as... Oh! Red Dead Back from the Dead. Red Dead Redemption is back! What everyone was speculating to be a high-quality remaster of the original Xbox 360 era sequel, if that makes sense, is actually a port to the PlayStation 4 and the Switch? How's that gonna work? Anyway, hopefully it's better than the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Switch port at any rate. But I guess it means technically it's coming to the PlayStation 5 through backwards compatibility, so quit complaining! EVO was a smash hit! The world's biggest fighting game tournament, EVO, was held again in Las Vegas this past weekend, and it was the place to be if you're a fighting game fan. Perennial favourites like Tekken 7 and King of Fighters 15 were joined by new contenders Guilty Gear Strive and Melty Blood Type Lumina. I was personally hyped to see the return of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the stage, but the big event was the debut of Street Fighter 6 to the EVO tournament. Over 7,000 people took part in the Street Fighter 6 tournament alone, which is a new record, and congratulations to Angry Bird for taking home the ultimate prize. The show is also the place where new sequels and characters are announced, including Tekken 8's first ever Peruvian character, Azucena. As of press time, it's unknown if Triple Z will be sending us all to next year's show. I assume so. Shocking news! Baldur's Gate 3 is popular! The hot new RPG at the moment, Baldur's Gate 3, is the hottest thing in games since a Steam Deck that's been left on for more than 10 minutes. More than 800,000 people were playing at the same time the other day, making it one of the 10 biggest games of all time for that achievement. So there's a lesson for everyone, folks. Revive a game from 1998 and start cashing the checks. And now for some hot new gaming releases. Today sees the release of Stray on Xbox Series S and X, Atlas Fallen on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and X, and Sherlock Holmes and the Secret Weapon on the Commodore 64. August 15, Moving Out 2 comes out for everything. So, party on dudes, and be excellent to each other.
Thank you, Cam, for the news. And 7,000 people at a Street Fighter tournament.
That is a lot.
Like, EVO's big, but 7,000 people playing the same game and competing?
In one place.
In one place.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
online,
Vegas, so
place, yes.
I'm sure the venue could handle it, but...
Oh, definitely.
That's crazy to me.
I haven't played a fighting game for a while sort of idea, but from what they were describing the other week sort of thing for Street Fighter, especially the new one and all the newer fighting games, there are so many new avenues for getting new people into it. So I'm surprised that it's not bigger. Like,
Yeah.
7,000 is a lot, but for getting new people interested in playing fighting games, especially in competitions and stuff.
The Street Fighter 6 is really interesting, like the open world where you can just kind of fight random people who are standing around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Grandma wins.
Yeah, like you can just get into a fight with like Jason who runs the hot dog stand.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't keep up to date with the Street Fighter.
You gotta check what level they are though, because they might whip you.
Oh no, that's really funny.
It's just like random real life. You walk up to someone. What's your level? It's all right. Next time I go for a job interview, what's your level? Can I fight you?
I'm a level 15 businessman.
Yep. I have skills in cooking and herbology.
Also in Evo news, Guilty Gear Strive at Evo, trans women stay winning.
Nice.
That's all. That's all I have to say. Jeez. Oh wait, Stray's coming to Xbox.
Yep. It's finally gotten out of its locked-in console period.
Yeah. Wait, has it been like 6 months or whatever it is?
That sounds fine.
My God, time flies.
No, it's been over a year.
All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It came out in like March last year or something.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about it
earlier
at Queensland Games Festival last year. Yeah. Oh man, time flies.
Brush up on your pop culture knowledge for Netherworld's ongoing, fiercely competitive Trivia Night, every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. sharp. There are prizes each week for the top 3 teams, so you've got to be current on your movie, TV, games, and general weird stuff knowledge. Register your team online weekly at trivia.netherworldarcade.com. Netherworld is a proud sponsor of 4ZZZ.
And now we're going to talk about another event that happened at Netherworld.
Yeah.
That happened
this Sunday just gone.
Yes.
In the past.
In the past.
Past.
So Netherworld is a sponsor of 4ZZZ, and we have been working with them all year on various events.
Mm-hmm.
They're our special friends.
Yep.
We love them very much. But that's enough kissing up.
Yeah, they helped us with the Indie Dev Night. Good job, guys.
They're not all that good.
Time to talk facts.
Yes.
Facts. The Mario Kart tournament.
Yes. How did it go?
Awesome. It was awesome. It was also an absolute slog.
Yeah.
The thing is, it started just after 12.
Mm-hmm.
And the finals ended at 7.
Oh my goodness.
That's some long races.
7 hours of Mario Kart.
I mean, most people that like Mario Kart, I imagine, enjoyed that.
Heaven to some, hell to others.
Yep.
Even the people who loved it were a little bit tired by the end.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Basically, the format is kind of this endurance deathmatch elimination thing.
Yeah.
Where the only way you go out of the tournament is if you get 5 strikes.
Right.
You get 1 strike if you don't come in first, and 2 strikes if you come in last in each of your cups.
Okay.
Not per race, per cup, which is 4 races.
Right. That's that would definitely extend it out a bit.
Yes, and we had 48 people.
Wow. That, I imagine, would have been intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
Did anybody lose it?
No.
Good.
Everyone was really nice and really well behaved.
Good on you, Brisbane gamers.
Proud of
Yeah.
you.
Even when people were getting rowdy, it was like in a positive, supportive way. They were like, nice, good corner.
Aw. Don't you love that, just to have that in a community sort of idea, especially during a ruthless competition, especially one that's going that long.
Yeah. And like everyone's fighting for their lives. But it just went on so long.
Yep.
So long. And it took like 5 rounds before we were getting large numbers of people knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Which
It means everybody's getting a good couple of games in and has a chance to come back at least.
It's really nice for the people who are playing because they get to play a lot.
Yeah.
Unless they win every match.
Yep.
And then it becomes I'm playing too much Mario Kart. I want to go home. So
that definitely sounds...
That elimination strikes format goes all the way up until the finals. There's no kind of final bracket or anything.
Yep.
So we ended up in the finals with one player with 4 strikes and one player with no strikes.
Oh, wow.
So the player with 4 strikes would have had to win 3 times in a row.
Yep.
And those are 3 4-race cups. He would have had to win 12 races. Well, no. He would have had to win the majority of the next 12 races, basically.
Did the player with 0 strikes win the whole thing?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did.
He can literally put on all of his dating profiles, I can beat you in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like that might have already been there.
Yep.
The 2 people who ended up in the finals were friends. They entered tournaments together. And they played probably the best Mario Kart I've ever seen live.
Okay. Who did they play?
Oh.
Yes.
They were both Yoshi.
Both Yoshi.
Clearly that's the pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. White Yoshi and Black Yoshi. They played it throughout the whole thing. Same cars, everything.
Wow.
Next time I play, I'm picking Yoshi.
There you go.
I think I've played Mario Kart a grand total of 2 times. It's just never been high on my priority list, even when people are like, oh, let's get around and play Mario Kart.
I think it's really funny to have like a Mario Kart tournament because it's such a silly random game.
Yep. Lots of catch-up mechanics and everything in there as well.
Yeah.
There's strategy to it. I know that much, but...
Oh, yeah. Like, the guy who won, Flynn, I did not see him lose a single race until, like, the last 2 rounds, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see him sweat until, like, it was really down to the wire and it was just the best players left.
Flynn, if you're listening, I'm scared of you.
Someone's intimidated.
To be fair,
roll a d20.
I could be beaten by pretty much anyone if I was playing against them in Mario Kart. I'm very bad at it, but I'm a specialist.
I'll play you, and then that way you can win some. There's a reason.
The game will crash. Neither of us
will both lose.
Will be able to come not last, so the game will crash.
You'll lose to the CPUs.
Yeah.
Yep. there were a few people who lost to CPUs, which was. It was brutal.
If they're listening, I feel you. I understand. Yep. It's okay.
Practice more for next year. I'm
or
sure
give
there'll
up
be another one.
Forever. It's also good. It's my strat.
Quit while you're ahead, or quit while you're not behind. One of those 2.
Yeah.
And we had little handmade trophies made by Caroline, which were made out of Hot Wheels cars.
Yep.
Spray painted bronze, silver, and gold.
Very nice.
And put on little stands with like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place written in crayon.
Aww, that is adorable.
I hope they have pride of place.
Yeah.
In
there were big like official tournament winner pennants from Netherworld as well.
Oh,
which
very
is
nice.
really cool. And lots of other little stocking stuffers, vouchers for the venue, that sort of thing.
There's not enough tournaments that give you a pennant.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worth the 7-hour investment. Yeah. Tom said next year they will probably shorten it to 3 race cups.
Yeah, that's fair.
Something to reduce it down a little bit. Especially if they get a larger, amount of participants at all.
I mean, 48 was sold out. And like, that was as many as we were going to let play. Because the venue is not very big.
Yet.
You've been to Netherworld.
Yet.
Until they bulldoze all the stores next door and expand.
24/7 Mario Kart.
Yep. Just build a giant gaming basement.
There is a basement at Netherworld.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Fill it with Mario Kart screens.
I don't think it's
a good
of
business
legal
model.
Venue height. It's very dingy down there.
Basements in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't.
All right.
Barry, what's that sound?
It's the sound of excitement building for 4 Triple Z's Radiothon.
What's Radiothon?
It's 4 Triple Z's annual subscriber drive, where we raise funds to keep the station you love on air.
Oh, cool. When is it?
August 11th to 20th. So get ready to support, subscribe, and win prizes!
That's right, it's Radiothon here at 4ZZZ, and you're listening to Zed Games with Hazel, Maylee, and Peter.
And Peter, yes.
And Peter.
Woo! Radiothon!
How many Peters are here?
At least 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's got Shadow Clone Jutsu. And yeah, it's time to talk about Radiothon.
Woo!
Radiothon is our annual subscriber drive. It starts tomorrow.
Yep.
And
Well,
don't subscribe now. Subscribe tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't
Subscribe
want your
at midnight
subscriptions.
tonight.
I mean, you could do both. You could do.
Well, you can subscribe today, but you won't get prizes.
Well, you could do both. You could subscribe now and then another one tomorrow.
You're extra eager.
Yes.
Well, stay tuned tomorrow and until the 20th of August for Radiothon, where it's the best time of year to sign up.
Yep.
Subscribe, get prizes, get merch, cool stuff, and get discounts at all of our subscriber discount outlets.
Yeah. Really worthwhile.
Now,
help support us too.
This show is about video games, so
Yes.
it's time to review a video game.
Which video game?
Sonic Dash.
Ooh.
Yeah, a mobile game.
Which one of us would be reviewing
I was going to say,
Sonic
wonder
Dash?
who's going to review.
Is it you?
Geez, I don't know. Let's make it a
I'm the blue
surprise.
hedgehog.
Let's make it a surprise. Here it comes.
Look, it's another Sonic the Hedgehog review. I'm ripping the band-aid off right now. I don't want to hear it. I'm reviewing Sonic Dash, developed by Hardlight, published by Sega in 2013. In the past, I have been perhaps optimistic, idealistic, blinded by rose-colored glasses about the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I enjoy these games. I think each of them has some kind of value, and also it's just often very fun. Maybe the gameplay is especially satisfying, maybe they popped off of a story over there, maybe the music is really, really good. You've got your blue hedgehog and a flying fox with an angry round man. Hey, I'm going to enjoy it for some reason, and I'll make whatever reach I can to do it. This is my home team, you know, and I'm not quitting on them just because they're not great. Well, folks, this one is not great. Sonic Dash is an endless runner mobile game, and when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Sonic likes to run. It's his favorite thing, and there's so many characters and levels and music and costumes and stuff, perfect for monetization. And knowing full well how my brain works, I downloaded the free app with in-app purchases, which was risky, I know, and I'm glad to report that I haven't spent a single dollar on it. I have spent way too much time on it though. Let me just explain the game real quick. You load up the game, ads, home screen, ads for events, start to play. You are playing as Sonic in third person, and he can run between 3 lanes, left, middle, right. There are obstacles. Swipe left or right to move between the lanes, swipe up to jump, swipe down to spin dash, run through a level. Add, collecting collectibles and rescuing animals. At the end of the level, you get 3 springs. Add, and depending on which one you choose, you might get launched to a new level. Add to a boss fight or other little surprises, like ads. Between levels, you can play Follow the Leader with Sonic, where you're prompted to swipe in a direction a few times. Sonic strikes some poses, and if you get all the swipes right, you get some bonus rings. Over time, you can collect character tokens, unlock buildings and areas for the animals you rescue, and unlock characters. I currently have Sonic, Super Sonic, Amy Rose, Shadow, Super Shadow, Blaze, Silver, and Charmy unlocked. And then I stopped playing after that, because holy moly, this game makes it easy to not rely on purchases to unlock characters and areas. You can gather everything you need fairly easily. It just takes a lot of time. Like, a lot of time and a lot of ads. I've seen so many ads. The number of ads in this game was disgusting. I had to exit the same ad 3 times. The same ad would keep throwing up a new window with the quit button in a slightly different place each time. I'm ashamed to say that the main reason I quit was because I was trying to stack tasks while letting ads play. And one time I got so absorbed in my task that I forgot about the game. When I next picked up my phone, I just thought, I really don't need to do this anymore, and shut it down. I still have it on my phone though, and I do think about it sometimes. I'm not tempted because it was such a huge waste of time, and I just couldn't feel good about it at all. And I love wasting time. Would I mow the lawn with scissors instead of the lawnmower because I was bored? Yes. Have I ever balanced a balloon on my finger for 45 minutes because I was early to the station and I was alone when I could have been checking my emails? Yes, of course. Sonic Dash is just so wasteful. But does it look good? No. It's 3D and it's solid-ish. The things look clean and vibrant and stylized, but it's so flat. And the animations are so stiff. And the end of the level sequence has so many problems. For example, when your character is doing their little dance routine between levels, they're flying through the sky and the camera is slightly lower than them and angled upward. Now, Amy Rose is one of the earlier characters you can unlock, and her skirt is quite short and very wide. It's a bit awkward. Okay, but is the music good? Also no. It's dreadful. It has the hint of the musical motifs of other iconic Sonic scores, and then it just turns into this awful, repetitive parody. I hate it. I can't jam to it at all. There's nothing to this game. It's so shallow. It doesn't even pretend to do anything but exponentially increase the amount of time required to unlock each section. They haven't given me anything for my awful brain to latch onto and turn into some grand delusion in my mind. I can't even pretend it's enjoyable in any way, and I enjoy Sonic Boom. Take heed, listener, for I do not say this lightly. Sonic Dash is a garbage game. It belongs in the bin. I want every device with this game on it smashed and buried in the desert. I want this erased from existence. I want us to collectively forget it. Let your eyes slide over it in the App Store, unreadable and unknowable. When the words try to leave your lips, find them trapped there, unable to go any further. When you fingerspell, somehow the letters make no sense.
Thank you, Zahra, for that absolutely vicious review of Sonic mobile game Sonic Dash.
I didn't know we were allowed to be mean.
You're allowed to be mean.
It's a review.
I don't want to be mean, but I kind of do now.
I think this is something that I truly believe in life, is that the most diehard fans of a thing are the most vicious critics of the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Because they want it to be what they want it to be. But if it's not meeting those needs sort of thing, then, yeah, they're definitely going to criticize until it hits them.
Because you know what it's like when it's good.
Yeah.
And you know what it's like when it's bad.
Yeah.
So you can really,
Zahra knows what a Sonic game should be good for.
It's barely a Sonic game. It's just an endless runner with Sonic characters in it and a Sonic skin on it.
Yep.
And little peek behind the curtain. Zahra was playing this a lot.
Yep.
A lot.
Sounds it.
It's kind of, it's like Subway Surfers and that kind of thing where it's hard to look away from.
Yep.
Even though you know that it's not really very fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a psychological trick on your brain. So I was trying to have conversations with Zahra for a few days where they would just be like locked into the phone, just like and like trying to form sentences in between playing, and it just wasn't working. And I was like, I'm going to take your phone away and delete that app right now.
Next time that they're playing the game or one like this that has that many ads, they should start tallying how many ads they see in a 20-minute period.
It would probably be in the dozens.
Yeah.
If not, like, hundreds.
Just half the screen is ads. Just constantly.
Oh, no. The screen is free.
Yeah.
But then every
action.
Every, 30 seconds, it's interrupted by ads, basically.
Yep.
Anyway,
Lovely.
You're listening to Zed Games with Hazel, Maylee, and Peter.
And Peter.
I forgot which one I was for a moment.
You're the one that's
You're
next
Peter.
to Ann Peter.
I'm Peter?
No, you're next to Ann Peter.
Oh.
And on the other side of you is Ann Peter.
Peter and Peter and Peter and Peter.
Yep.
And it's the end of the show.
Oh.
It's time to say goodnight until next week. So thank you all very, very, very much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Radiothon.
For Radiothon.
There are
and yeah. Thanks.
Bye.
So
See you next week.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, check out our podcast on Spotify.
Or follow us on social media at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.